What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we spent almost all of our coins, but I think I made a really smart move by doing so. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you like it, if it helps you out, make sure you go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, if you're brand new here, you were searching around YouTube for MUT23 content, whether it's how to make coins, how to get free players, how to build your ultimate team, you found the right channel for everything. Stay a while. Click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on as well so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Let's get right on into it. So we got part one of the Combine promo today, 497 overall champions, 297 overall LTDs, and we're going to add 2 of those cards to the No Money Spent squad today. If you checked into yesterday's video, we were at about 1.4 million coins. We sold off a couple members of our team, and we're going to be adding 2 of those 97s. Now, I'm down to 165k. We'll get that coin count back up, but let me show you the moves that I've made so far, and then we'll finish them out in this video. If I go over to my completed auctions, these are cards that I purchased. You can see that I bought 6 95 overall Combine cards. So it doesn't really matter which ones we bought, but we were targeting them for about 240k and under. There were a handful of times where I saw cards up for like 225, 230. My 40-year-old fingers just weren't fast enough to get them at those prices. But if you can find these cards, these 95s, at this point right now, as I'm making this video, for about 240k, it's not a bad buy because 3 of these cards equals 197, and not only do you get the 97, but you also get 3 95s back in return as B&D, and some of these cards are pretty good building blocks to build up your squad. So I spent, if you add up all 6 of these cards, the price that I spent on all 6, it's basically 1.441, so 1,441,000 coins, and these 6 95s are going to turn into 2 97s for me. And if we go on over to the auction house, the 2 97s that I'm targeting today, number 1 is going to be Julio Jones, which is basically about 600, I mean at this point 684k. I wrote down 670k, so he's going for a little bit more than I projected. And the other one is going to be the Leon Sandcastle free safety card, which is going for about 690k. So with the numbers I just gave you, 670 for Julio and 690 for Leon Sandcastle, if I just bought those 2 cards outright, that's 1.36 million, so 1,360,000 coins. And I just told you I spent 1.4 million on the 95s that I would need to build out these 2 97s. But remember, completing those sets are going to give me 95s as B&D back in return, and I believe I get 6 of them. So I spent 1.441 million coins, and I'm getting cards that would have cost me 1.360 million coins if I bought them outright. That's only a difference of 81,000 coins. So basically what I'm saying here, because I know I'm throwing a lot of numbers around, is for that extra 81,000 coins that I spent buying the 95s, I'm going to get 695 BNDs back in return. There's probably 1, maybe 2 of them that I think I can use on this team, and it might get us to a 97 overall. The other ones I'm going to quick sell for training. I don't think I'm going to spend that training just yet because there's not really much to spend it on, but let's go ahead and complete our sets here. I do want to show you the cards that I sold as well to get some of the coins that we needed to buy those 95s, and then we'll show you the, the completed roster with the new additions here. But first off, we'll complete the Julio Jones set. So we're going to put those 3 95s into it. In return, again, we should get the 97 overall Julio, and then we should get a B&D pack that gives us back 3 more 95s of our choice. Now, I mentioned it a moment ago, I think there's a few of these cards that could help the team. Some I might just pick for overall purposes, but there's only 8 available right now, and one of them that I think is really good is Jabril Peppers, but now that we're going to be getting Leon Sandcastle, I don't really need any help at the free safety position. So this is probably my favorite card out of all of them, but it's just not needed on this account. The one that I'm definitely going with here is Natane Muti, and I probably butchered his name. He's got really good attributes, and he's going to be replacing Quentin Nelson for me. My biggest concern is he has terrible awareness. Everything else is so much better than Quentin Nelson, but at the end of the day, I'm taking a 95 overall B&D, and I'm swapping it out for an LTD that's going to get get me back basically about 350, 360k. So even though this card, the awareness is lower, I'm willing to take that risk here and pick up this card to make some coin back. There's two cornerbacks to choose from in this pack with Cam Smith and Byron Jones, and though I don't really need help at the cornerback position, when I complete the Leon Sandcastle set, those may be two of my picks here, but for now I'm going to skip past them. We have a running back, a quarterback, we don't need either of these, and then we have this Trenton Simpson guy, which I don't really know if this card is great, but we could use another 95 overall middle linebacker for overall purposes, so he might make the roster just off of that, and I'll just go ahead and pick peppers here. Like I said, a few of these cards are going to end up getting quick sold for training because we just don't simply need them, but there's going to be my first three picks with the Julio card. Okay, so we completed that set. We got 197 under our belt. Now let's go ahead and complete the Leon Sandcastle set, and we're going to pick a different group of 95 overalls, the two cornerbacks for sure. And look, one of my cards just sold, which means I think we got more coins on the way, so that's a big W. We could be back over 1 million even with these upgrades that we're making today, which is actually pretty insane. So the other three, I'm going to take Byron Jones, Cam Smith, and I don't really need like any of these other cards. I'll just pick Mike Gesicki for now. So we got our 297s, we got our 695s. Let's go ahead and kind of assemble the roster, and I'll show you what I'm doing and what I'm thinking. Just remember how much I talked and still talk about LTD rentals and how great they can be for building a team, because you're getting these very usable and good cards that will hold their value for a very long time. Well, over the last couple days, we talked about selling Vita Vea and swapping him out for our team captain, Sam Adams. We did that. We sold off Andre Reed. He wasn't an LTD, but 270k back from him. He did a very good job while he was on the team. Marcus Williams was a card that we sold today. So we got Leon Sandcastle. We don't need Marcus Williams anymore. I think I paid like 500 or a little over 500k for this card. So he was a little bit more of an expensive rental than I would have liked, but he still did and served his purpose while he was on the team. And then the final one is going to be Quentin Nelson, which even selling at 395k, I'm making about 5,000 coins versus quick selling him for the 350 if you factor in tax. But these are all players that contributed, held value for the most part, and we have now bumped up to a 97 overall. Let's show you the team here. We basically got better, and with this LTD rental kind of format that I've been using, once that Quentin Nelson sells, I'm guessing we'll be somewhere around like 900k. We're looking at maybe 500,000 coins I've spent to get Leon Sandcastle and Julio Jones and a couple other 95s on the team, and we're going to get some training. And this is really important because we got a bunch of new reduxes today, right? 96 overall cards went redux, which means all of those 96 LTDs that are out there eventually are going to creep down to about that 400k range if they haven't already, which now means we have a whole new group of 96 overall cards that you could probably rent for 400k and improve your squad at certain positions. I'll be looking at like offensive and defensive linemen for cards like that in the very near future, maybe even tomorrow's video. But here we are, 97 overall, 97 defense, 97 offense. I still have to add route tech onto Julio Jones, and we're going to be quick selling some things to close out the video to get more training, but route tech was a little bit expensive training wise. But otherwise, I mean, here is the offense. Julio Jones is now wide receiver number 1. We moved Drake London over to 2. Garrett Wilson, still another LTD rental, is going to be our slot receiver. I might get rid of him soon, but he's been a very, very good card. Leonard Fournette's another LTD rental. Here is the Mutai card that we added in at left guard, and he's now a 96 overall with the chemistry. So offense looks very, very good. We're going to stick with Joe Burrow as the QB for now, see what happens with the Team of the Year promo. We might get a new QB to replace him at that point. But there's the offense. On the defensive side, we now have Leon Sandcastle, which is a 98 overall free safety, so there's an upgrade there. Actually, I take that back. I think Marcus Williams was a 99 overall, but I like Leon Sandcastle's abilities and attributes. He fits what I'm trying to do on defense. Tariq Woolen will likely be our new sub linebacker, and we'll play Dion as like a higher safety. That's why we went with deep route KO, which is good for man coverage, which he'll be doing a lot of, and pick artist. And then we added the Trenton Simpson. So we're getting rid of Bill Romanowski. Trenton Simpson, 6'3", faster, gets Lurker for free. So now I have 2 middle linebackers when I go to like a 3-4 formation to try to stop the run. 2 middle linebackers that are going to have Lurker, and then Carl Banks has no outsider. So that'll help me in run situations a little bit more often. But overall, I think the defense looks good. The only upgrade I really think we need to make next, because linebackers don't play often, is probably left end. Like Javon Curse is still a very good card, but he's getting very, very outdated. So we might need to make an upgrade over at left end. But yeah, man, we're 2-97 overall on a no money spent squad, going to be just short of 1 million coins. And we still have some things to quick sell to make training off of. I thought about replacing Avonte Maddox with either Cam Smith or Byron Jones, but they're both 95 speed. I got Maddox to 96 speed. They're just not overall better, so we're going to use them as quick sell bait. And just those 4 cards alone, 72,000 training. So again, I want to revisit my math there. Remember, I spent only an extra 81,000 coins to build out those sets versus just buying the 2 cards outright. And in return for that 81,000 coins, I'm getting 72K worth of training. We got a new middle linebacker, a new left guard, and of course the Dion or Leon Sandcastle and the brand new Julio Jones. So I think that's a pretty fair trade there, and I'm perfectly fine with spending that extra 81K. The Bill Romanowski was our middle linebacker, so he's getting replaced. And then we got this welcome pack Leon Sandcastle in there. Everything else are high golds or low elites, which we're going to save for the brand new competitive pass on Monday. So there's another 91,000 in trading added to the account. We're going to be a little bit under 1 million coins once that Quentin Nelson card eventually sells, and we're now at a 97 overall. Pretty good place to be in. Thank you guys for tuning in to another video. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.